UFC 322 Makhachev versus JDM took place yesterday, actually. Rock Bottom Picks, by the way. Welcome back. This card was an absolute banger. It slowed down towards the end, but a lot of crazy outcomes, good movement. Michael Morales, Carlos Prates, Benoit, 3 straight in the main card, and then going into the 2 boring fights for the headliners. But it's okay. But here's my recap. Let's start with the first fight of the card, which was Vyacheslav Borshev versus Mateus Camilo. This was like a tit-for-tat kind of your turn, my turn fight. It was pretty entertaining, and Mateus Camilo kind of got the better of it. I don't remember too much, but I kind of remember Mateus Camilo slowing down in the second round, and he kind of got a second win and was having better moments in the third round of this fight. So, kind of a not good performance for a 175 favorite, but Mateus Camilo, I don't know what's next for him. We'll see what's next. And Borshev, man, see right here, 8-7. That's a horrible record. He's been in the UFC for 4 fights. They're probably not going to keep him for that much longer, which sucks to see. But Mateus Camilo, good win to start the card. Sursakai versus Makhachev. I missed this one. I had some errands to run, but I saw the highlight, man. This dude, if he could go all the way, and I could get behind this guy because he's really active in this division. He goes for the finish. Look at the strike numbers here. For middleweights, that's pretty good. 105 strikes in a 3-rounder. We'll get to the main event. Oh, my goodness, man. But, yeah, so this one didn't really catch the first 2 rounds, like I said. But in the third, Makhachev kind of blitzed in, and Sursakai just caught him perfectly, countering. And, dude, it looked like Makhachev, like, delayed reaction knockout. Sick performance from Sursakai. Let's see him back in there soon. January Paramount card. This guy should not be in the Apex, but minus 1,500 favorite for a reason, gets the finish. That's all you could ask for. This was boring. Anyways, Pat Sabatini versus Shepe Mariscal. This was a good one, too. It was a good one, but there was a lot of grappling. Shepe was doing good in the first round, and I thought he could have won it. But other than that, I was kind of disappointing on his grappling. And his cardio. 3-round fight. 15 minutes. 7 significant strikes. This was not a good fight. I take back my words. What are we doing? I thought Shepe was a good underdog. I was wrong. I did shit on picks. If you can't tell, I'm a little salty. It's okay, though. We'll rebound on the next one. Pat Sabatini, though, he's been in the UFC for a minute. And he's only lost to the best of the best. I mean, Lopez. I'd take that back. Damon Jackson fucking got slumped out of the UFC like 3 times in a row. Even lost to Mariscal. MMA math, man, it never works. Pat Sabatini, let's see him get one more before a ranked fighter, but he's just kind of boring, man. Not a style that I like to watch. This is peak co-main event Apex material for Sabatini, but we move on. This fight was sick. Kyle Daukaus, man. Dude, the comeback is always better than the setback. I'm telling you, Kyle Daukaus had a rough first round. He beat, first go in the UFC. He beat Stoltzfus, and then he fought Haas, I'm pretty sure. And watch that fight. Phil Haas literally had a fucking Celtics basketball player moment where his hair rubs off in the match. Either way, ball knowledge if you know that. But loses to Haas, and Haas used to be really good. Beat that Duran Win guy, beat Nazardine and Mavov. So Kyle Daukaus, man, this is a middleweight I could get behind. Now let's get to the fight, though. Here it is. I mean, I think this is a perfect position for this fight because, like, the crowd was just starting to get into the arena, and it was just so quick. Kyle Daukaus goes out there, pressures him early, hurts Meerschaert. Meerschaert is so old, he doesn't take any damage, man. Hurt with the first big punch Daukaus lands, and then the killer instinct from Daukaus latches up that Darcer Anaconda so quick. It's like he literally straight down the pipe. Gerald Meerschaert is kind of going down towards his base, like a tripod position, like that's how he's dropping. And then Kyle Daukaus is instantly on the head and arm. It was just beautiful submission skill. Daukaus is like kind of like a middleweight Sean Brady, and let's take our time with him. He's been exciting, man. 2 finishes over. Pereira was really good at a time. has no cardio, but he finished him in the first round, which is a statement. And then Mearshart is a vet, and he's beat some guys, he's fraud checked some guys, but it's not the best win. So, you know, maybe we see Dawkins versus Marco Tulio. Oh, the guy that just lost to Leroy Duncan last week. That'd be a great fight. Dawkins, man, super exciting fight. Glad I watched that one. And then banger after banger, Malcolm Wellmaker loses his undefeated streak 10-0 to the short notice upper weight class replacement and Ethan Ewing. This was a great fight, non-stop action. Look at the output, like easily into the triple-digit significant strike numbers each. Wellmaker, man, in the first round, it looked like the power was kind of like the difference. And Ewing couldn't really... Whenever Ewing got hit, he had such a big reset here. But Wellmaker is so open. Like, I think he like literally tries to imitate Alex Pereira. It's kind of crazy. He throws... The way he throws that check left hook, he must like really like Pereira or something like that. But he throws with so much power and it exposes him. He throws a lot looping, and Ewing was catching him over and over again. Great fight, though. And, man, Ewing... And he was even good on the mic, too. They should get behind this guy. I do not want to see this guy in an Apex fight card, for sure. So, great fight. Decision. Ewing looked very well-rounded. His striking looked good. Almost like a Nathaniel Wood. Like an American Nathaniel Wood, almost, if anybody can see that. So, great fight. Can't wait to see him go next. This was a good finish for Blanchfield. Maybe have her fight the loser of the co-main. And then Kopylov versus Rodriguez. Decent fight. Rodriguez is a big middleweight. This dude has to be over like 210 pounds for sure. Nah, that's way too much. He got to be in the 200s on fight day. I mean, he's tall and he's muscular for this weight class. And he didn't gas out in this fight. He went all three very good. I thought Kopylov could have gotten the last round. Unanimous decision. I'm fine with that. It was just the straight punches. It definitely was more... Like, I don't know, I was saying this watching the fight live that Kopylov needed to take Gregory Rodriguez's Redstone out because I said he has like sticky piston power, and that's what it was. Like every time fucking Rodriguez would go with a 1 or a 2, it would just completely pause Kopylov, and that's what won him the fight. Not a lot of visible damage here. They got Kopylov all red. It was a pretty close one. Good win for Rodriguez. I mean, he's back on a win streak. Let's see him get a rank guy next. Bo Nickel. Okay. I'm a bandwagon for real. Okay. Bo Nickel, crazy third round knockout from the Division 1 wrestler. I was not expecting a state that was like as perfect as it could have gone. Bo Nickel looked improved, man. That's the best look you could ask for from Bo Nickel. Let's get into the fight though. First round, they're grappling, and Vieira like always has a gas tank issue, but he went for the takedown so much here. Like, questionable fight IQ here for Vieira, because watching Bo Nickel stuff the takedowns, it was just like a flow. He like was literally one step ahead in front of Vieira in just a straight wrestling. There was kind of moments where against the fence, Vieira had moments, and there was a reversal, I believe. And then round 2, Bo Nickel he like weirdly fights like a Shabazian almost. Like, you know what I mean? Edmund Shabazian versus Bo Nickel would be a great fight. That's what I want to see next. Gets the head kick in the third round, no setup. He was throwing a lot of kicks the whole fight. Bo Nickel looked really improved. If I'm Bo Nickel, I'm doing way more conditioning because, like, the look is not good sometimes, I feel, and I could be wrong here, but let me know. Doing more conditioning, and I want to see more wrestling out of Bo, like, for sure, because you got this pedigree, and people are worrying about it, and then you go out and you look so timid. He didn't look as timid as he did against RDR in this fight, which is probably why he fucking knocked this guy out cold. I mean, this was a bad knockout. He was literally like on the canvas. I can't wait to see Bo fight again. I'm hyped. I'm hyped for Bo. And he's not the most likable guy. I'm a wrestler. I want the American win. We need Bo on the White House. We need winners of USA on the White House. But, man, headlining the prelims, that earned its spot there because people were kind of questioning why Bo Nickel was up this high. We move on to the main card, though. Okay, I ate my words. I said this fight would be boring, but Benoit fucking slumps Beneil face down, ass up, round 1. Holy shit, MMA math doesn't make any sense. Drop out of school, everybody. I'm telling you. Listen, Beneil is 86 years old, and he fights once in a millennium. He has to get injured every time he trains. He can't take damage. Benoit lands one time behind the ear, and fucking Benil's done. Literally. One ground and pound shot, and he's limped. Literally dry humping the canvas. I thought he was listening to Drake or something. There's not much to break down in this fight. Benoit, man. The hype train is real. Back on the hype train. This is a lot of good hype trains that are coming back and winning big. And Benil just beat Moicano, and Benoit lost to Moicano in his home turf. This doesn't make any sense. MMA makes no sense. The whole sport's rigged. But great fight from Benoit, man. Oh, that feeling was so electric. I'm just remembering it in my head, man. Great fight from Benoit. All right, Leon Edwards versus Carlos Prates. I called this fight perfectly. I'm just saying. Hold on now. I was worried though, but when Leon was fucking backpacking Carlos Prates, thinking he was the fucking Dora the Explorer character, I forgot the name, and he was like hitting him, and Prates was just taking it on the chin and just Chad facing. Like the whole time, I knew I was right. I knew I was gonna get this pick right. And dude, Prates is such a slick fucking striker, dude. He's always in weird position. You notice this? He was one step ahead of Leon in the striking too. You notice in the finishing sequence, he gets the outside step perfectly. Leon has a looping punch tendency towards any like motion. You see this in the Nate Diaz fight. And dude, he catches him right on the fucking pipe. Dude, it looked like he blasted him through the fucking octagon side. I can't wait to see more edits of this knockout. Crazy shit. 50K bonus. Carlos Prates deserves a beer for that. Hopefully he's chain smoking right now. This is who all men aspire to be like. This guy's fucking badass. True fan of this guy. I really can't wait to see him fight. And Carlos Prates should fight Michael Morales, speaking of, next for the #1 contender fight. Michael Morales, man. I was coping a lot in my prediction video. He's good. He's really good. Sean Brady just got slumped out bad. Michael Morales had a good game plan, went out there, athletic stance, ready for the takedowns, and just kind of made Sean Brady look like a bitch out there, man. And he just, it was bad. Bad look. Brady was supposed to be America's best chance for a belt, and the dude can't take punishment. Like, he got finished by Bilal. Bilal literally, I think, has 3 TKO finishes. No KOs. 3 TKOs. I could be wrong about this in his whole career, and Sean Brady is one of them. It's just fucking rough. I'm gonna need like 4 fights from Brady before I see him even in a contender kind of matchup like this again. But Morales, man, he could get the title shot from this, and I wouldn't be too mad about that. He definitely could get the title shot from this. I ate my words, man. I did bad on picks, like I said. I got the rest of the card wrong after that Prates fight, but I got that right to the T. Morales, great. I want to see Prates versus Morales. This is his Latin American, like, not Latin American, like a Southern American matchup main event. Like, this could be in Brazil. Main event, Carlos Prates versus Michael Morales. You could get that fan base. That would be so big. #1 contenders fight. And dude, these guys are young, and I don't see them finishing each other, so that could be a 5-round scrap of just power shots. And I think Prates would win that in my prediction, but that's what I would go with next. So Carlos Prates versus Michael Morales. And when we move on to the first super fight of the card, which was this, I picked Zhang Weili. I thought she would be more athletic, even though she was smaller, and with that athleticism I thought she'd be a bit stronger, but she kind of just got bulldozed by Shevchenko. And we have to sit through another year of Shevchenko fights in 2026. It's a rough time to be an MMA fan, but either way, I'm not too mad about it. I wouldn't be mad if we see like a I wouldn't be mad if we saw an Amanda Nunes versus Shevchenko rematch again, because I know they fought like fucking millennials ago. It's been so long. They've been fighting for so long. But since Nunes is coming back, Shevchenko's still around. That fight was close. That'd be something I'm interested. Zhang Weili, just go back and get your belt at your lighter weight class, because just go save that, because that's your best hope. Too small for 125. Fight was really boring. You have 25 minutes to beat someone's ass, and you land 41 punches that are significant. 137 total strikes. 13 minutes of the fight was just, it felt like there was no, Valentina could have finished that, and she didn't. And so that's all I gotta say. We move on to the main event. I'm fucking wrong again, man. I picked the underdog JDM. I'm pretty salty about this. Dustin Poirier, on a false hip in a lighter weight class, did better than Jack Della Maddalena, a guy who's never lost in the fucking UFC. MMA math makes no sense. Islam Makhachev, this is GOAT shit right here, and you can't deny it. And I want to deny it because it's such a boring style to watch, but let's get into the fight. Round 1, JDM's doing good, pressuring Makhachev, but dude, as soon as he takes one backward step, he's on the ground. That's what it felt like the whole fight. I literally can count 3 significant strikes that JDM even did, and then I think maybe he injured his calf in the third from the kicks of Makhachev. Looks so good in this fight. Makhachev is probably the most skilled fighter in the UFC. Pound for pound, he's got to be number 1. Him and Pereira up there. 19 minutes of a 25-minute fight spent on the ground. Where's the finish? Where's the finish? 3 title fights. 3 main events in the UFC, I feel like, are a disappointment. This whole card itself was really fucking good. I gave it an 8 out of 10, by the way. But the main event, man, I want fun. I want JDM to win. He has nukes for hands. Did you see what he did to Randy Brown? He had to bounce it around like he was in a fucking bouncy house. But no, we'd rather watch fucking some wrestler reject. The MMA fighters are rejects of Dagestani wrestling. The guys that weren't good enough, so they went into MMA because that's all they do. I'm coping. Great win by Islam, man. He beats all my favorite fighters. Great win by Islam. Great card. Super exciting. I can't wait for the next one. December, Marab, you better fucking not beat Islam. This was a great card, man. Everybody who got 50 Gs deserved it. I think it was Brady, Protez, Benoit, and Bo Nickel. You should have gave 50K to Wellmaker and E-Wing too, but it is what it is, man. Anyways, I've been Rock Bottom Picks, man.